All right. Hello, everybody. Hello again, and welcome to episode 55 of All Elite Again, the TEW IX series. I'm Hijo del Amigo. I don't know why I was so excited just now when I said hello again. But anyways, we've got a big episode today. We're finally going to be booking AEW Revolution. As you can see here on the screen, we are 5 days away, which means we have to book the go home week of shows before the pay-per-view. But fret not, my loyal viewers. We actually have we pretty much have those shows fully planned out. As you can see here, I went in and I wrote promos, I got post-match angles. So yeah, we basically have these shows for the most part fully planned out. So yeah, we're not gonna be wasting too much time this episode trying to figure things out. We're gonna get right in. But before we get right in, let's go down here to pre-booking. And yeah, I pre-booked the Revolution Rumble. I don't always pre-book stuff, but I figured since this is a match of so many people, it could be helpful to do that. But yeah, I want to take a second to look at this again. Well, yeah, off screen, I made the decision, or well, actually, I'm looking at it now, and I don't actually think I saved what I did. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, I decided not to put a few people in this match. Like, Bryan Danielson and Swerve are having a match for the Prime Championship, and I decided they should just stay out of this match. Kenny Omega and CM Punk, their match is directly before this, so they're not, and I feel like that's a big match in and of itself, so they're not in this. But I do want to make some changes here. So Christopher Daniels is here, but he's literally the only SCU guy here, so we're gonna take him out. Sorry, Christopher Daniels. And we're gonna have Kento Miyahara in the match. He's gonna be defending his international championship on the show, but I figure, you know, he won his match, he can come back out, right? All right, let's see, who else do I want to get in here? You know, that might have been it, actually. Although I was also toying with the idea of putting El Phantasmo into the match, because we did introduce him as like a new member of the Don Callis family. So even though he's not a part of our roster, I think, you know, it would make sense for him to be in this. So yeah, we might grab so yeah, if I remember before the pay-per-view, we'll grab El Phantasmo, and that might be it, honestly. I was considering maybe grabbing someone from New Japan, but I don't even know who that would be, you know? Like, we've looked Tomohiro Ishii a few times, but he's actually not that great, unfortunately. We're pretending Will Ospreay's neck is broken. So yeah, it might just be Phantasmo. Anyways, all that being said, I think we're about ready to jump right into Collision, so let's do it. All right, Collision time. Collision number 15. You know, I really this is something that I never think of ahead of time, but I really do need to start keeping track of where we're holding shows so I can actually plan where the pay-per-view is going to be. But yeah, we don't have to worry about where it is right now, but I don't want to run the show somewhere and then decide at the last second that I also want to run the pay-per-view there. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we're not going to worry about that. Let's see. We're just going to pick somewhere. It looks like we haven't been to the Northwest or the Midwest since mid-January, so maybe we could run the pay-per-view in one of these areas. I'm like almost certain we've never ran a pay-per-view in the Northwest. We've definitely ran one in like the Southwest, and we've definitely done one in the Tri-State. All right, so I guess if we're gonna do the pay-per-view in well, let me see, Midwest or Northwest. or we draw slightly more in the Midwest. So maybe we'll do the pay-per-view there. So with that being the case, how about we go to the Tri-State for Collision? Let's see, where can we go? We can almost sell out this place in South Jersey. So yeah, let's go here. Boardwalk Hall. All right, booking team. You know, it's a big week for us. I don't have to explain why to all of you guys. Please give me your best. A bit of a gamble. All right. They're warming up. The creative juices are slowly coming to a boil. Ooh, another gamble. All right, that's not good. Can we go? Can we get one? Hey, there we go. All right, they had to get the bad ideas out of the way first before we got to the good stuff. Mika Iwata came to us with a creative finish idea. All right. Renee Paquette has a character idea. All right, that's interesting. Oh, Kaylee Ray and Zack Sabre Jr. got into a heated argument. All right. Probably something that I wouldn't understand, seeing as they're both from the UK. They got into some regional dispute. Davina Rose trained Bianca Belair specifically. Cody Rhodes ran some training. And all right, that's it. Oh, and actually, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. Because this is the go home week of shows leading up to the pay-per-view. That means we're basically down to the finals of the final matches of the All Elite Tag League. So let's take a look at these blocks. Why don't we? All right, so if we look here, we see the Young Bucks and the Fatus are tied in the lead. They're both at 7 points, and they both have one more match to wrestle. So the Fatus will be taking on the Kingdom in their final match, and the Young Bucks will be taking on FTR. So there's a couple of scenarios that can play out here. If well, first of all, if the Fatus win their match, if they beat the Kingdom and then FTR beats the Young Bucks, the Fatus win the block. Because not only did they beat FTR head-to-head, they would also have one more point than them. So they would just straight up win. The Kingdom, there's no way they can actually come out on top here. But if they beat the Fatus, they can play spoiler. And then the Young Bucks best friends, if FTR beats the Young Bucks, well, yeah, this is the scenario we just mentioned. If FTR beats the Young Bucks, they would need the Fatus to lose to the Kingdom for them to actually win the block. And then, yeah, if the Young Bucks beat FTR... Well, if the Young Bucks beat FTR and the Fatus beat the Kingdom, that's an interesting scenario because then they would be tied. And in the head-to-head matchup, they went to a draw. So there would have to be some type of sudden death match between them, possibly. But yeah, those are those scenarios happening in the A block. It's kind of up in the air for the Young Bucks, FTR, and the Fatus. And now we look at the B block. We've got a three-way tie. First, we've got the Briscoes, Latin Mafia, and the Motor City Machine Guns all at 6 points. The Briscoes, their final matchup is going to be against the Motor City Machine Guns. So the winner of that match would have 8 points, and then we've got Latin Mafia taking on Pac and Shingo, the Death Riders. So let's see, how does this work? All right, if the Briscoes beat Motor City Machine Guns and then Latin Mafia beat Pac and Shingo, they'd be tied. Oh, and actually, yeah, Latin Mafia beat the Briscoe brothers. So if that scenario happens, Latin Mafia would win the block, surprisingly. Pac and Shingo, I don't actually think there's a scenario they can win. I think if they beat Latin Mafia, if they beat Latin Mafia, then that just means the winner of the Briscoes Machine Guns moves on. And then yeah, looking at the machine guns, if they beat Briscoe Brothers and have 8 points, well, they lost. Oh well, no, excuse me, they beat Latin Mafia. So yeah, so if the Motor City Machine Guns win their match and Latin Mafia wins their match, they'd be tied, but the Motor City Machine Guns win. All right, yeah, some interesting scenarios happening here. I'm explaining them to you as though I didn't already book the outcome of this tournament. All right, yeah, I hope everybody's up to speed. All that being said, it's time to book the final A block matches of the tournament. All right, so first up, we got the Fatus versus the Kingdom. Jonathan, and Joshua Fatu will be taking on Matt Taven and Michael Bennett. All right, we're going to give them 15 minutes and we're going to do storytelling for this. And all right, because I am the person who booked this tournament, we're at the point finally where I don't have to pull out my special notes for this. I know who's winning this match, and this may come as a shock to some of you guys, but we are going to have the Kingdom pull off the upset. So Tainted win. However, we are also going to have I forget which one's which. Let's have Joshua get distracted by Dax. So yeah, FTR, remember they lost their first tournament match to the Fatus. So now here, all the way at the end of the tournament, they're coming back to haunt them and costing them this match. Okay. All right, so that should be a good one. And then this next match may or may not be the main event of the show. We'll see. But yeah, it's finally time. Once again, I should say, it's once again time for the Young Bucks to take on FTR, Dax, Cash. Here comes the Dax, here comes the Cash. And all right. So now that we know that the Fatus are losing their match, that means this match will determine the winner of the A block, and that winner is going to be the Young Bucks. Hey, no surprise here. The Young Bucks are the champions, and they put their titles on the line in this tournament. So if they got eliminated here, they would essentially be losing their championships. But fortunately for them, they are actually going on to the finals. All right, open match. I know we did a 20-minute time limit draw with the Young Bucks and FTR, but we're gonna set this to 20 minutes, and let's just say that no matter what time the game says, that the Young Bucks managed to beat them just before the time limit expires. Just before, you know. So they beat them at like 19 minutes and 58 seconds or something. All right. Yes. All right, so yeah, that's the tentative main event, and the reason I keep saying tentative main event is because well, I'll just go ahead and show you here. We've also got booked for the show Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega versus CM Punk and Swerve Strickland. Now, originally, when I booked this match, I thought for sure I was gonna book it to main event this show. But given that we have the A block finals on this show, I kind of just felt like that match should main event. I felt like having that match happen and the Young Bucks celebrate that they're going to the finals, and then we close out the show with another tag match it would kind of undermine the tag league a little bit. So yeah, fuck it. We're gonna open with this match. Huge opener. All right, so yeah, Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega, the Dream Team, are taking on CM Punk and Swerve Strickland. Definitely a scheme team if I've ever seen one. Definitely. These are two schemers. How long should this be? How about we give them like 16? I want to say, or let's give them like 18. So slightly less than the main event, but still a decent amount of time. And I feel like no matter what we try to do, Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega are not going to be happy if I put Swerve over here. But I really want to put Swerve over. See, I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, we could have CM Punk win the match, but he doesn't need it. Swerve needs it. Swerve, let's see, he's sitting around the low 60s, but he's outperforming Bryan Danielson in their matches. And Bryan Danielson is like 20 points higher than him, maybe. Yeah, look at that, more than 20 points higher than him. So yeah, we're gonna book Swerve Strickland to pin Bryan Danielson. And if Bryan Danielson gets upset, we'll just give him a bunch of money. I don't care, man. It's wrestling, right? It's fake. You're gonna face him at the pay-per-view. We're trying to sell a story here. If the hero just wins every encounter, that's a very boring show. Sometimes Buffy needs to be in peril for the show to be interesting. Let's do manager and taint. Let's get Arn Anderson on this. Oh, what? What? Hold on. Did we ask him? No, we didn't. Because I could have swore that I could have swore I checked to see if Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega would be cool footing over Swerve before, and I feel like both of them were upset. So I'm actually shocked that just went through. Maybe because the tag match and CM Punk is involved, that changes things. Oh, but all right, Swerve, you're going over. Good for you, man. All right, next match. We got women's action on the card. Bianca Belair, the EST of AEW, takes on SDR, the SDR of Shimmer. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Bianca Belair be the victor. We're gonna do pinfall finish. We are going to do Sarah Del Rey is going to be attacked by Trish. Yeah, and I think that's it. So yeah, I don't have Bianca Belair officially being managed by Trish yet, but we're building up to that. So here we're gonna have Bianca Belair, who's still a babyface, taking on Sarah Del Rey, who's also a babyface. But Trish Stratus is going to get involved, and she's gonna cost Sarah Del Rey the win and help Bianca Belair. Well, yeah, help Bianca Belair win the match. Bianca Belair is set to turn, right? Okay, good. And I've got 41 more minutes, where that's a good amount of time, I think. We've got some promos to book, but yeah. All right, we've only got one more match, though. This is an International Championship Eliminator match. Please tell me that I went ahead of time and got Tomohiro Ishii. So I don't remember. I feel like I did. Oh, okay, yeah, he's here. Woo! I mean, if he wasn't here, we could have just literally thrown anybody else. All right, but the story of this match. Before the match, they're gonna play New Japan highlights and show, like, I don't know, maybe let's say Tomohiro Ishii beat, I don't know, Taichi or somebody for this opportunity to be in this eliminator match. So yeah, that's why Tomohiro Ishii's here. He's taking on Wagner Taseto. And yes, Wagner is going to win, and this is going to set up him challenging for the International Championship at the pay-per-view. I don't know how good of a wild brawl this would be, but the show does need one, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna make this a wild brawl. Man, I saw WWE's doing like a tournament in AAA where the winner is gonna face Roman Reigns, and Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. is in it, and I'm just like, dude, there's no way he's gonna win this. But if I was booking WWE, man, Wagner Taseto versus Roman Reigns, come on. I don't know, man. They don't have the vision. They don't see what I see. Oh yeah, we're gonna make this a clean win. Is he in the International Championship storyline? He is, but the storyline literally has not advanced at all. That's crazy. We're just gonna cheat and have Kento Miyahara be at ringside. He doesn't actually, in my mind, have to be there. I'm just doing this so it advances the storyline. All right, those are all of the matches we're gonna have on the show. Let's get to our angles. Let's see, what did I write down? Oh, right. All right, so we're gonna have MJF cutting a solo promo backstage where he's basically gonna run down the Dark Order and talk about how, you know, those guys aren't scary at all. They think just because they cut promos with the lights off that people are supposed to be afraid of them. They're a bunch of nerds and jobbers. But yeah, so while he's running them down, though, we're gonna have the lights go out, like wherever he's cutting the promo, and he's gonna be challenged to a match at the pay-per-view by Brody Lee. Sorry, I'm explaining this promo and looking at the history here because I'm trying to figure out what's the last thing. All right, so I think the last time we saw MJF or MFJ on the show, first they tried to attack Hangman a second time, but then the Dark Order protected him, and then they were embarrassed and they said that they need more security. Oh, and he cut a promo on a Dark vowing to expose Brody Lee. All right. 2 minutes backstage. Teased. Let's do storyline development, actually. All right, so we're gonna have MJF backstage talking to Renee Paquette, and here we're gonna get the introduction of the new security detail, Jeff Cobb and Josh Alexander. So yeah, Jeff Cobb and Josh Alexander are here now, as well as Jonah Rock and Tom Lawler. We're gonna have Cody off screen for this. All right, and he's talking about the Dark Order, so let's do Brody Lee off screen. Let's do Hangman Page off screen also. Or actually, yeah, Adam Page. And Ultimate is Black, I guess. All right, yeah. So he's cutting a promo about how the Dark Order, they think they're so scary, and he's like, "Well, you know what? You want to see something that's scary? Check this out." And then all the big buff security guys come in, and he's like, "All right, come and try and mess with us now, Dark Order. Try and stop us. Try and protect Hangman." All right, but then yeah, suddenly the lights go out in the interview. The lights go out. All right, and then this part, the light is going to be replaced by like kind of purple lighting, and suddenly it's just Brody Lee and MJF. All the security guards and Renee Paquette are gone. They've mysteriously vanished. We're still gonna have Adam Page and Cody be off screen. But yeah, Brody Lee is gonna kind of confront him to his face and be like, you know, you've been running around talking about my organization for a while now, and I think it's about time that me and you settle this like men, face to face in the ring. And MJF, you know, after talking all that shit, he's gonna be very like clearly afraid, like, like guys, he's here, like yelling for his security. Yeah, and then the lights go back off. When they come back on, Brody Lee's gone, and MJF is stuck standing there like, fuck, like he's pissed that he got challenged. All right, so we've got Brody Lee doing Undertaker stuff now. Oh right, and I want to do a promo with Hannah Kimura and Kaylee Ray. So basically what we're gonna do here, I believe pretty recently we had Trish approach Hannah Kimura. I think Hannah Kimura was cutting an in-ring promo and had Trish come out and kind of talk some shit to her. So we're gonna have Hannah Kimura backstage giving an interview, and Denise Salcedo is going to ask her, Hannah Kimura, you know, you were recently we recently saw you talking to Trish Stratus about maybe defending your championship against someone like Bianca Belair. How do you feel about that? And Hannah Kimura is going to be like, hey, you know what? Actually, my good friend Kaylee Ray is finally back from her injury. And I think that me and Kaylee Ray should have the chance to go after the tag team championships. What do you say? And her and Kaylee Ray are like high-fiving, and they're like, yeah, we're going to get those titles. So yeah, so Trish and damn it, where's she? All right, Trish and Bianca Belair off screen. We're gonna character development for this part. All right, then second part, we're gonna make this part 1 minute. We're trying to keep this promo nice and short. Foreshadowing. We're gonna have Hannah Kimura's old friends, Odeodai, appear, and basically they're gonna be like, hey, if anybody should get a shot at the tag team championships, it's us. We were screwed over again in that fatal four-way tag team match, and it's not right, and we deserve. And Hannah Kimura is just gonna like kind of in the middle of them talking be like, hey, you guys already had a chance. Well, what the hell are you talking about? And it's gonna quickly devolve into everybody kind of arguing and talking all at once, and Denise Salcedo eventually is just gonna be like, all right guys, all right, back to you guys, back to you. So yeah, we're just setting up a match for Dynamite here. I should probably. It's kind of a minor angle, but we're gonna use this near certainty for it because I really would hate if the storyline lost heat because of this. Yeah, we're only at 65. So hopefully this angle does not do that bad. Please let it do at least like a 7. All right. Let's see. Is it all I've got for angles on this show? Huh, I guess so. All right, well, we definitely should do something with the Bryan Danielson Kenny Omega outcome. So here, let's have a backstage promo, 4 minutes from the Don Callis family. And we're gonna say surprise. I'm just gonna let Swerve talk because he cuts really good promos. Or you know what? Here, what if we do 3 minutes of Swerve talking and then 3 minutes of CM Punk talking? So yeah, I imagine this promo would just kind of be Swerve saying like, "You see, Bryan Danielson, I told you that I was better than you. I told you that I could beat you, but you didn't want to listen. Now you're standing there embarrassed, and that AEW Revolution, it's gonna be a repeat of what just happened. I will be taking that title off you, Bryan Danielson. You count down the days." And then second part, we're gonna have CM Punk chime in. We need to set up CM Punk versus Kenny Omega too, but I don't know. I'm not sure how we can do that. I was thinking we could do something dramatic, like on Dynamite, have Kenny Omega challenge him, and CM Punk's like, I've already beaten you twice. What do I have to gain from beating you? And Kenny Omega can be like, if I can't beat you, CM Punk, then I shouldn't even be here in AEW. So I'm willing to put my AEW career on the line. Something like that. I don't know. But anyways, let's have CM Punk talk. All right, we're just gonna leave it at that. Where should this go? Maybe here, like in the middle of the show. All right, we've got 14 more minutes. We haven't even started the feud between Wagner and Also, let's give this like 1 more minute, just so it's a full 15 minutes. It was bothering me that it was 14. I want to do like a 1 minute angle of Wagner and Kenta Miyahara just having like a stare down in the ring, maybe for like a handshake even. Because they're friends, they're tag team partners, they're about to face each other on pay-per-view. Yeah, 1 minute, double working the crowd. Hopefully it doesn't bomb. We should definitely give FTR a promo. There's a lot of people on this show who could potentially have something to say. All right, but we're not going to overcomplicate this. FTR, we're going to say tease or I don't know, character. And this we're probably just going to put this promo right before the main event. And it's just going to be them like, you know, people counted us out earlier in the tournament, but look where we are now. We're one win away from winning this A block and then going on and taking those tag team titles that should be ours, etc., etc. Oh, and let's throw in the Fatus. Maybe Renee Paquette is like, you know, earlier tonight we saw you guys cost the Fatus away, and they're gonna be like, look, Renee, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, all right? This ain't ballet. We're trying to win championships. We're trying to win this tag league. So yeah, they're just like, look, Renee, I don't want to hear that right now. All right. Let's do a 4-minute backstage promo with Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. Let's have it be serious. Why not? All right, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega. Let's have them talking to Melissa Santos. And maybe this could just be Bryan Danielson like cutting a promo, like, you know, Swerve, you know, I never thought that you were like untalented. I never thought that you weren't a good wrestler. I just thought that you weren't on my level, you know, and you got to win over me in a tag match. That's great. That's good for you. That's a real feather in your cap. But can you do it one-on-one when the lights are shining bright, when we're on pay-per-view and the world is watching, you know? Can you do it when it matters, when it really counts? Do you have it in you, Swerve? And yeah, we could also have Kenny Omega here, basically kind of like alluding to wanting to face CM Punk one-on-one again. Okay, where should this go? Five more minutes. You know what? We've got FTR cutting a promo. Let's give one to the Young Bucks too. We'll keep it to 3 minutes. I know they're not the best promos, but we're just gonna call this hype. All right, Nick, Matt, Dax off screen, Cash off screen. And I don't know, they're talking to Denise. All right, boom. Actually, let's go ahead and throw in these guys off screen too, because you know maybe they can also comment on that, like, oh hey, you know, we saw what happened to to the Fatus. That's kind of fucked up, but anyways, it looks like our match is officially the finals now. Okay, and let's see. Oh, the Death Riders are facing Latin Mafia on Dynamite. Okay, that's definitely an excuse for Jon Moxley to cut a promo. Hell yeah. All right, 6 minutes. They do not need this much time, but we're doing it anyways. All right, no, we're giving 4. So give me Mox, give me Pac. And I get a Shingo in there. Virgil. All right, yeah, and that's the promo. It's just that they're gonna face them on Dynamite as part of the tournament, and they already know they're doing the Anarchy in the Arena at the pay-per-view. So this is just Jon Moxley kind of generally talking his shit towards Latin Mafia here. It's like, we got you on Dynamite, we got you on Revolution. I hope you boys are up to the task. I hope you guys know what you signed up for. Andrade, Ortiz, and the Black Taurus. I'm gonna put this here right before the FTR promo to try and offset it a little. Ooh, we don't have a Steal the Show match. All right. It's too long to be Steal the Show. Can these two steal the show? I don't know if they can. I mean, she's consistent and she's got good technical. I mean, Bianca Belair is also good. Screw it. We're going for it. We're going for it. Who says ladies can't steal the show? It's 2026. Women's rights. I believe in the ladies. Let's go. All right, and I think that's gonna do it for this show. I think we're gonna call it here. I know we're not. We don't have Hangman or Cody appearing. Damn, maybe one of them should appear. I mean, because I'm planning for both of them to be on Dynamite. I don't know. We're gonna give Hangman a promo. Just a little something. Just a little 3 minutes. Adam Page talking to Renee Paquette. We're gonna get Brody off screen. We're gonna get Cody off screen. We're gonna get MJF. And yeah, that should do it. Where should this go? Screw it. Let's have this be right after the MJF and Brody thing. All right, and we still have 5 minutes left. Let's give Cody a promo. Why not? He's the world champ. Even if he's got nothing to say and he's gonna cut a promo on the next show anyways. Let's just get him in here. Let's do Sirius again. Maybe this could be Cody, or this could be MJF explaining what happened earlier to Cody, where he's like, look, man, I'm telling you, the lights went out, the lights came back on, I was the only one there, Brody Lee showed up, then the lights went out and he was gone. And Cody at this point is so fed up. He's so he's so overhearing about the Dark Order that he's kind of starting to turn against MJF and starting to be like, look, I need you to handle this. Can you do that for me? I need you to take care of this so I can defend my championship. And MJF's like, all right, whatever you say, boss. All right, there we go. We came up with an angle on the fly. We're gonna say this is foreshadowing. If this is like in the locker room, I guess Brandy can be there too. Oh yeah, he doesn't want to hear it. All right, there we go. This is a jam-packed collision, 124 minutes, 72%. We're not messing around with pre-show matches. Trust me, we're gonna have some for the pay-per-view. I don't even know like what to guess because I'm assuming the Young Bucks versus FTR is going to be good. Please nobody get injured. But I'm not sure about this match. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and guess like an 84 for this show. I think an 84 is a nice conservative guess. It's not too high, but it's also not too low. All right, so let's see how the show does. And we're opening with Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. All right, we're starting off this show super hot. Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega taking on CM Punk and Swerve Strickland. And Swerve Strickland gets, should definitely be called an upset victory over the Prime Champion, Bryan Danielson. So the match got an 81. The wrestling rating was an 88, though. Wow. Yeah, wow. Everybody delivered in this match for sure. Both storylines gained heat. All right. Did he get penalized or anything? Yeah, the storylines gained heat, but the match itself was penalized due to the storyline having comparatively low heat. That was also an issue when we booked Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega. I really hope that this doesn't happen at the pay-per-view. I really hope. All right, so this was a bit of an experiment. We had 3 minutes of Swerve speaking and 3 minutes of CM Punk speaking. It turns out the CM Punk part was a bit better. But anyways, good promo, 75. Ooh. All right. Well, yeah. Bianca Belair, Sarah Del Rey, we sent them out there and told them to try and steal the show. And they kind of delivered. They gave us a 73 match. That's definitely solid considering that Sarah Del Rey is unimportant. But yeah, great match. The hints at Bianca's heel turn are not going down well, but look, man, we've just gotta power through. We've just gotta power through with what we're doing, right? All right, Bianca Belair gets the win. Trish Stratus attacks Sarah Del Rey. All right, so the women's world title scene didn't lose heat with this segment, but it also didn't gain any heat. So I don't know. Net neutral, right? It seemed the part actually, wow, the part with Hana Kimura talking at first got a 72. It was actually Mia Yim that brought this down. Wow. All right. All right, but 67, not terrible. Ooh, all right, this did pretty well too. Up next, this is the segment with MJF and his new security, and then him getting challenged by Brody Lee. I've already explained this one angle like 3 times, I feel like. So yeah, 77. Let's move on. Yeah, Josh Alexander and Jeff Cobb are here. All right, and then we got a serious sit-down interview with Adam Page and Renee Paquette, and this gets a 75. I imagine Renee Paquette would probably be asking Adam Page about the doctors telling him that he should stay out of the ring for 90 days, and him kind of just saying, "Nah, fuck that." Renee Paquette is just like, do you think this is a good idea to go against doctor's orders?" All right, 75. All right, in our storytelling match of the evening, we've got the Kingdom scoring an upset victory over the Fatus when Dax and Cash provided a distraction. So yeah, with this Kingdom victory, the Fatus are officially eliminated from being able to win the tournament. So yeah, very unfortunate for them there. They finish up with 7 points though. That's really good. 7 points out of a possible 10, I guess. Anyways, match got a 71. All right, here we have Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega after their loss earlier in the night, cutting a promo. Only a 69. All right, well they didn't lose the storylines any heat, so that is okay. All right, here we have a second backstage segment with MJF. This time trying to explain what had happened earlier in the night to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, very annoyed, very upset, and probably a bit anxious about his upcoming title match, is not really trying to hear it. 83. You know, I didn't do this on purpose, but I just noticed that both of these guys have mouth guards. Huh. All right, here we see the Young Bucks cutting their final promo before the A Block finals tonight. Gets a 65. All right. Not the best. They lost the storyline heat. Let's continue. All right, this is a decent little match here. Dr. Wagner Tercero defeats Tomohiro Ishii in a short, wild brawl, and he is now officially the #1 contender for the AEW International Championship. All right, and after the match, Kento Miyahara comes out. Him and Dr. Wagner, they're both they're friends, they're tag team partners. They share a moment in the ring. They shake hands. You know, Kento Miyahara maybe holds up the belt. Just trying to get some footage for the pre-match highlight reel, to be honest. All right, and then we get a really good promo from the Death Riders here, addressing Latin Mafia. They're talking about their upcoming matches on Dynamite and Revolution. 88. All right, thank you for your service, Jon Moxley. Where would we be without you? FTR with their final thoughts before the main event here, before they take on the Young Bucks. All right, let's see how this match does. Please, no injuries. Oh, all right. A 91. Just like I said, the Young Bucks defeated FTR just before the 20-minute time limit expired. 1957. The Young Bucks hit the Meltzer driver. They get the win, and they have won the A block of the All Elite Tag League. And thus, they go on to the finals at Revolution. Hell yeah, man. I know we booked this match before. I don't remember how good it did, but 91, this may be the best match between these two. I should probably check that before I just throw that out. But yeah, 91. Incredible. I don't know why the crowd wasn't feeling it. Yeah, great match. Ooh, okay, an 87. All right. So yeah, just as I thought, the main event, best match on the card. And thank God we booked that Jon Moxley promo. Those two things really lifted this show from being somewhat average to being really good. All right, we made a quick 600,000. All right. Or went up in the Maritimes and Eastern Central Europe. We're really getting over in Europe, man. I definitely am going to plan some kind of a tour, European tour for the next pay-per-view cycle. The Hardy Boys added to the Hall of Immortals. All right. Shout out to the Hardy Boys. Oh shit. Barbaro Cavernario. What's up for grabs? What do I do? What do I do, guys? I don't know, man. Maybe, I mean, we can just borrow him when we need him, right? We don't need to sign him. I just don't want to step on any of our partners' toes, you know? I don't want to undermine the companies that we work with. Let's see here. I think he did gain a bit of popularity throughout the tournament, so that's good for him. Hopefully he can get a little bit more money from CMLL. But yeah, he's super over in Mexico. We should definitely let him just stay there. Very tempting, though. Very tempting. I'm sure there's going to be somebody on the YouTube comments like, are you fucking kidding me? You didn't sign him? No! 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 My stable! My stable! No, the fancy bastards! We literally invented a whole stable because they were dating. What do you mean they split up? They can't. They can't split up. They're part of a stable. Oh my god. Oh, that hurts. Oh, I don't like that at all. Damn, do we want Barbaro Cavernario though? I'm thinking about it again, and I'm like, CMLL has plenty of guys, right? Man, this is a tough call. No, we're not gonna sign him. We're not gonna sign him. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We have a good relationship with CMLL. We can always borrow him. I'm just gonna advance and no regrets, right? No regrets. All right, let's see. Oh, Lady Shawnee's contract is coming up. We should definitely try to keep her around. I mean, yeah, she's still got a ways to go in the popularity department, but she's only 27. We know she's good. Yeah, let's offer her 2 more years, maybe. And I mean, hopefully, within these 2 years, we can actually get her over. I know this is the story for basically the entire women's division. But yeah, she's too good. I don't want her to end up in TNA. Let's up her merch cut to 20%. All right, so it is Wednesday, which means it is time for the Go Home Dynamite before Revolution. Let's just go ahead and erase this. All right, we've got a pretty stacked show, just like the last one we booked. Let's see here. I don't think I need to borrow anyone. Like, we're not booking Tomohiro Ishii on this. We're not doing anything with El Phantasmo. Yeah, I think we can just proceed. So let's do it. Let's do it. Go home show right now. Let's go. All right. We were just in the tri-state for Collision, so let's just stay here for Dynamite. kind of funny to run these shows in the tri-state and then go to the Midwest for the pay-per-view. But hey, man, the Midwest needs love too, right? They deserve cool shows also. All right, so we were in South Jersey. Now we're going to go to Long Island. Nassau Coliseum. All right, I don't know how many good creative finishes we even... Oh, well, I can check. Let's see. We've got a safe bet. 2 safe bets. 1 near certainty. 3 safe bets. 4 safe bets. All right, we've got a lot of safe bets. And those are pretty good, but I would like a couple of near certainties, please. So can we see them? No, a big gamble. All right. Come on, guys. You got this. Here we go. Hey, near certainty. All right. One more. Now. Damn it, a bit of a gamble. All right, well, we've got 2 near certainties now. That's better than nothing, right? Trish Stratus pulling a rib on Denise Salcido. All right, well, I'm glad everyone laughed and it didn't turn into a bad situation. We got Davina Rose doing some training. We got some Cody Rhodes doing some training. Alex Shelley has a character idea for us. RJ City has an angle idea. All right. All right, there you go. All right, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's time for Dynamite. All right, first things first. I guess we're opening with the Death Riders versus Latin Mafia. And we've already gone over the winning scenarios for the tournament, so we're not going to do that again. Let's just get straight to booking the match. All right, B block action. Pac, Shingo taking on Ortiz and Black Taurus. All right, so originally when I booked this tournament, I wanted Latin Mafia to win here, actually. I figured it would make sense because they could win and then go on to lose at the pay-per-view. But as I was looking over the notes, I realized that I had done my math wrong. And so if Latin Mafia wins here, they would actually win they would win the B block. So unfortunately, that's not what we have planned for them. So yeah, we're gonna have the Death Riders take it. Let's go ahead and give the win to Shingo. And let's see, maybe this could be a wild brawl, or potentially even a steal the show. I feel like it can be either one. So let's take a look at the other matches we've got. The Briscoes and the Motor City Machine Guns. Damn, that could definitely be a steal the show match. Although, it would have to be only 15 minutes to steal the show. I think that's okay. I think we could have them steal the show. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so let's go ahead and make this a wild brawl. And we're gonna have Eddie Kingston show up and take out Ortiz. So yeah, I imagine this match would have a ton of interference, but I'm not gonna include everybody. But yeah, I imagine you would have Latin Mafia, like maybe like Garza Jr. or like Demonic Flamita trying to interfere in the match, and then you would have Fergal and John Moxley show up and fight them off, and then somebody else from Latin Mafia would try to get involved, and then finally like Eddie Kingston and Ray Phoenix would show up and save the day. But we're gonna condense all that to Eddie Kingston attacking Ortiz. All right. And you know, let's give him a full 15. Why not? All right, and yeah, with the Death Riders win, that would move them up to 6 points and mean that Latin Mafia is at 6 points. So yeah, they are basically eliminated from winning the tournament because whoever wins the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Briscoe Brothers will have 8 points and will win the B block. The B block. All right, so let's go. Jay and Mark Briscoe will be taking on Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Right, we're gonna go 15 minutes, steal the show here. All right, and drum roll, please. Your B-Block winner will be the Briscoe Brothers. So yeah, here is where I finally reveal my devious plan. We did. we booked an entire tag league just to wind up right back where we started. The Young Bucks are going to be taking on the Briscoe Brothers at the pay-per-view. Yeah, if you think back to just before we began this tag league, we had the Briscoe Brothers challenge the Young Bucks for the tag team titles, but the match went to double DQ because we had FTR interfere. So yeah, kind of ironic in a way to have them be the two finalists. But anyways, with that being said, this is going to be a Steel's show match, no interferences. We're just going to let these teams straight up cook. It's the Briscoes and the Motor City Machine Guns. All right. All right, now let's go. Oh yeah, it's our other matches on the card. We've got yet another tag match, but this time it's a women's match. We've got Hana Kimura and Kaylee Ray taking on Mia Yim and Kagetsu. All right, I think 12 minutes for this is fine. And yeah, we had Tokyo Cyber Squad expressing that, you know, they're like, hey, how come there was this big fatal 4-way tag team match for the number one contenders? How come we didn't get invited? So yeah, that's why this match is happening. Unfortunately for Tokyo Cyber Squad, Trish Stratus and Bianca Belair, they took this, they took their dismissal as a huge disrespect. So we're gonna have a DQ finish. Hana Kimura is going to be, just before she's about to win the match, is going to be attacked by Bianca Belair. Oh, and I can't have Bianca Belair turn heel here? Wait, hold on. All right, well, I might just do an angle. Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to book an angle after the match anyways. Okay, everything good. All right, so while I'm thinking about this, let's just book this now. So after the match, Hana Kimura, victim. Kaylee Ray, victim. We're gonna say that, you know, Bianca Belair, she's not with Odeotai, but seeing Bianca Belair take out Hana Kimura, of the other Odeotai members go after Kaylee Ray, you know, they're mad that they were about to lose the match. So let's just have all of them be attackers. We're gonna keep this first part short. Let's keep it to 1 minute. Surprise. All right, now in the second part, we're gonna have Hana Kimura. She's down. Presumably, Bianca's given her the KOD, the Kiss of Death. And yeah, we're gonna have Bianca Belair straight up turn heel on her. Yeah, and I imagine Trish Stratus would be all up in she would be all right on top of Hana Kimura, basically saying like, you think you can just forget about us? You think you're just gonna disrespect us like this after we told you that we wanted to challenge you for the championship? That's not how this is gonna go. You see, what's gonna happen here is your sorry ass is gonna drag yourself and your little pink hair to the pay-per-view, and you're gonna put this title on the line against Bianca Belair. And at the end of the match, the announcer will say, "And new." All right, can we turn? There we go. So storyline development. All right, ran out of characters, but you guys get the gist. All right, there we go. So we're gonna have Bianca Belair yet again turn heel. Hopefully, I mean, whatever. Even the game is saying that the crowd isn't liking the teases of her being heel or turning heel, but I feel like once we do turn her heel, she should be fine. All right, next. 4 minutes, or let's do 3 minutes. Backstage. Character development. We're gonna have Walter cut a promo. So let's have Walter and Renee Paquette. Basically, Walter is gonna cut a promo saying that he wants to enter the Revolution Rumble, and Renee Paquette is gonna be like, "Oh, but like, aren't you wrestling AJ Styles at the pay-per-view?" And Walter is gonna be like, "After I easily dispose of AJ Styles, I'm gonna go on to win the Revolution Rumble." So yeah, he's kind of just dismissing AJ Styles outright. And yeah, he's gonna say like, but before that, I could use a little warm up. So I'm gonna head down to the ring, and whoever they send out there, good luck to you. All right. Speaking of Walter getting a warm up, let's have Walter go one-on-one with Mike Bailey, who Mike Bailey has literally been on the roster probably since day one of this save. And I kind of just never have done anything with him, which I feel so bad about. I've been a huge fan of Mike Bailey for a long time. But yeah, in this save, we had him feud with MJF early on, and we kind of used him to help get MJF to recognizable. But since then, he's really been relegated to like dark. But yeah, I feel like that is kind of a shame. So I've gone ahead and I've given him a new gimmick. Hopefully that'll restore his that'll get his momentum back to neutral, and maybe after he after he loses this match right here in the future, maybe we can start pushing him. But anyways, Walter is definitely getting a win here. All right. I've got a few more angles to book. Oh, I forgot to book a post-match promo for this. All right, I'm doing this all out of order. Let's go ahead and book this promo. All right, so we're opening the show with this, and then right after we're gonna have a promo from both Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. So yeah, business has picked up. All right, so we're gonna have all the guys who are gonna be in the Anarchy in the Arena match out here. So let's get Ray Phoenix in here. Poor Fergal Devitt is being left out in all of this. If only we could book a 6-on-6 match. But we can't. So yeah, poor Fergal Devitt has been relegated to a background player. This is right after the match, so let's just say the Latin Mafia guys are out there. Let's have Andrade working the crowd. All right. All right, this could very well be 100 promo if we're lucky. All right, another backstage angle. 2 minutes. Surprise. Evil Uno selling. Stu Grayson selling. Chris Brooks selling. And who else? Oh, Tracy Williams. Thank you. I know who's in this group. Tracy Williams selling. Ultramantis Black. We're gonna have Ultramantis Black. Let's say working the crowd. All right. So what's going on here is that we're gonna cut backstage, and it's gonna essentially it's like we're cutting backstage after a beatdown has just happened. So we're gonna see the Dark Order sans Brody Lee, so Brody Lee is not here. We're gonna see them laid out backstage, and MJF like is gonna be there shouting at Ultramantis Black, like, you see, you guys aren't so tough now. You know, you're not so tough now. Where's Brody, huh? Where's big bad Brody Lee, huh? You guys aren't so tough when you're not lurking around in the shadows, you know. Oh, so yeah, this, actually, let's call this the storyline development. Jonah Rock, Jeff Todd, Josh Alexander, and Tom Lawler. And we're gonna do Cody Rhodes and Brody Lee off screen. We need to reorganize things here. Let's do... So that's in the middle of the show. And now we are going to have another promo involving the Dark Order. All right, so I'm hoping that Evil Uno or somebody in the Dark Order has some promo skill other than like Ultramantis Black and Brody Lee. Let's go ahead and check this. Evil Uno doesn't have microphone skills? What? What? Chris Brooks is a better... Come on, dude. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna have Adam Page speaking, and we're just gonna put the rest of them there as background players, and we're gonna use our imaginations, and we're gonna pretend that Evil Uno, or well, basically this promo is gonna be Adam Page going to the Dark Order's locker room, and he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, I saw what happened. Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay?" And Evil Uno is gonna cut a promo basically saying like, you know, the Dark Order, this isn't the first time that we've been beaten up or knocked down or caught off guard, you know, and it certainly won't be the last. But we are not simply pawns to be shoved around and tossed aside. We are the Dark Order, and we will always rise again. And yeah, Adam Page is going to be like, hey, you know what? Well, I agree with you guys that it's not about how many times you fall off the horse. It's about how many times you get back up. And I went and I spoke to Tony Khan, and I got us a match for tonight. Main event. You guys teaming with me. We're going to get a bit of revenge on MJF. Here I'm talking to Ultraman Black. Brody Lee still not here. Letting the Dark Order fend for themselves today. Oh, did I have him as a background player? Whoops, meant off screen. Or actually, let's do T's. All right, and this is going to lead us to a bit of a strange main event. But yeah, because I planned for the main. Well, I went through multiple iterations of this match, but here's the one I landed on. I don't know if this is the best one, but let's see. Got Adam Page, Evil Uno. I'm well aware that Evil Uno and Stu Grayson aren't as popular as Chris Brooks and Tracy Williams, but I feel like in my heart, Evil Uno and Stu Grayson are like the core Dark Order guys. So I just think it makes more sense for Adam Page to team with them. All right, and they're going to be taking on MJF. Let's do. You know, I want the Jonah Rock to be in this match because I really would love for Jonah Rock to fucking get over at some point. But let's see. I feel like Jeff Cobb and Jeff Cobb and Josh Alexander are already over. Josh Alexander actually not so much. All right, whatever. Let's do Jonah Rock and Jeff Cobb. All right, trios match. So yeah, on one hand, I feel like Adam Page, because he's heading to the pay-per-view and he's gonna wrestle for the world title, it makes all the sense in the world. All the sense in the world for Adam Page to get the win here, go into the pay-per-view with big momentum. But I think it would be more dramatic if we have if we have them lose here. So what we're going to do is this. Victor, we're gonna have MJF specifically beat Evil Uno. Right, we're gonna. Should we make this a storytelling match? No, we'll do that for something else. We're gonna do Tainted Win. We're gonna do Outside Interference Finish. We're gonna have Adam Page taken out by Cody Rhodes. See, my idea for this is we ran the angle where Cody Rhodes hit Adam Page in the head with a chair shot, and it was like an unprotected chair shot. And now Adam Page is like, oh, the doctors are telling me that I need time off, that I shouldn't be wrestling, but I'm not listening to them. We're going to have Cody Rhodes show up during this match, and he's going to blast Adam Page with the championship to the head. So yeah, once again, Adam Page is down. He's hurt, and that is going to cost the team the match. That's the main event. And we're gonna end on a big ol' 6-minute Cody promo. Cody Rhodes is gonna channel his inner Reign of Terror era, Triple H. And yeah, he's just gonna cut a big ol' mean promo about like Adam Page, you know. Me and you have so much history together. We have so much history together. You should be fighting by my side. You should be here next to me instead of fighting against me. And because you've turned against me, that's why I have to do what I have to do to hold on to this championship, to my championship. And you know, during this whole time, Adam Page is like being helped by the medical team. They're putting him onto like a stretcher. He's hurt. Yeah, we're gonna have him selling. So yeah, Adam Page, potentially another concussion, like 3 days or however many days, 5 days, 4 days before the pay-per-view. I don't know. It's a very dramatic ending to the go home show. We end on doubts. Will Adam Page even make it to the pay-per-view? I know it's Cody and it probably doesn't need an angle idea, but do we have anything? We have a near certainty for CM Punk? Huh. We had a near certainty for Kento Miyahara. Oh, we could have used that. Oh, we have a bit of a gamble and a big gamble for RJ City. That's pretty funny. All right, so we're just gonna leave it like this. 6 minutes. Boom. And closing the show. All right, we only have 15 more minutes. That's plenty of time. We should do an angle between Kenny Omega and CM Punk to set up that match, because somehow we still haven't done that. All right, so I'm tired of booking like multi-segment things. All right, no. We're gonna do this properly. 3 minutes. 3 minutes tease. We're gonna have Kenny Omega go down to the ring by himself, and he's gonna talk about how he lost CM Punk at the last pay-per-view. He lost to Bryan Danielson in their classic match. He Swerve and CM Punk beat them in the tag team match. You know, he knows things haven't been going his way, but he knows deep down in his heart that that CM Punk is not who he says he is. CM Punk is not even close to being the best wrestler in the world, and Kenny Omega wants to expose him. And if he gets one more chance, and of course CM Punk, he's not going to want to give him the chance. But yeah, like I said earlier, we're gonna have Kenny Omega lay his career on the line and basically say, like, you know, if you give me this match and I lose, I will walk away from AEW and I will hang up my boots and I will retire from wrestling permanently. And CM Punk, you know, he can't pass up this opportunity. He's like, after Revolution, they're gonna remember me not only as the guy who beat Kenny Omega, they're gonna remember me as the guy who got rid of Kenny Omega from the wrestling industry for good. So you're on, Kenny Omega. You know, enjoy these last couple of days of your career and what's left of it. I'll see you at Revolution. All right, CM Punk near certainty. Hallelujah. We'll have this come. Let's see here. All right, kind of fucked up that we had the A block finals main event collision, and on this show, after the B block finals, there's like a promo and a trios match. But whatever, man, whatever, it's fine. We should definitely give the Briscoes and the Motor City Machine Guns separate promos. Right, Jay and Mark are backstage with Melissa Santos. And they're talking about, we've encountered the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin in the past, and every time we get in the ring together, it's something special. Every time we collide, it's two of the very best tag teams in the world going at it. And on any given day, either of us come out on top. But today is not any given day. Today is Wednesday, and today is the day that the Briscoe brothers are gonna win the fucking V block. Now let's get 3 minutes for Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Same promo. Same promo. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, generally same promo. They're just gonna talk about how they've got history with the Briscoe brothers, how they faced them in ROH before. They've wrestled in Japan. I don't even know if that's true, but I just think it sounds cool to say they've wrestled in Japan. And tonight we're not going to hold anything back. We're going to show that the Motor City Machine Guns are the best tag team in the world. Back to you, Tony Schiavone. Maybe we move this Dark Order getting attacked down here. We need to book 3 more minutes. Who can cut a promo? Is there anybody I'm missing? I guess the women's tag team champions are gonna be defended at the pay-per-view, and I haven't really done anything with them, so we could give them a promo. Oh, you know what? We should probably give Latin Mafia like a return promo. I feel like Eddie Kingston and John Moxley have been doing all the talking so far, so yeah, we should probably give them their own promo, and I think that'll do it. Yeah, Trinity and Mickey James. Sorry. There's no time. No, there's definitely time for both of these things. All right, let's book a Trinity and Mickey James promo, and then a Latin Mafia promo, and then yeah, we're ready to go. Trinity and Mickey James talking to RJ City. Tease. I said before that I just kind of made up that Trinity and Mickey James are from Texas, even though neither of them are. So I think we're gonna start calling them. I think I'm gonna start calling them Bigger in Texas. I think that's a fun name. It's got a little sexual innuendo, a little geography, you know? All right, yeehaw! I don't know. I'm turning them into a couple of cowgirls. You know, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to squeeze in a Latin Mafia promo some here, and then yeah, other than that, I think we're cool. We're good to go. All right, so we'll do 4 minutes backstage. Foreshadowing. Oh, I forgot to include Penta in the earlier Latin Mafia segment, but whatever, man. He can be in this one. And this is essentially just going to be a generic, vague promo where they're gonna make threats towards Eddie Kingston and the Death Riders. Also, I think it would be really funny if they act like, you know, oh, so you want to get involved in our matches after they definitely cost the Death Riders one of their tag matches in the league. So it's kind of funny for them to be hypocrites about that. Is this everyone? It might be. Is Black Taurus in there? Yeah. All right, we got Andrade, Black Taurus, Demonic Flamita, Garza, Humberto, Ortiz, Penta, Selena. Is Humberto in there? Yeah, he is. All right, I think that's everybody. All right, and we're gonna keep it simple. John Moxley off screen, Eddie Kingston off screen, Ray Phoenix off screen. That's it. All right, we're gonna squeeze this in. All right, we're gonna move this women's tag champs promo here. We're gonna squeeze Latin Mafia in, or we're gonna do them after this because this is an in-ring promo. So I consider backstage promos and in-ring promos different things. So yeah, we go match, backstage promo, in-ring promo, and then match. And all right, there we go. I was gonna say 16 minutes, 119 minutes, 64%. This is our final Dynamite before the pay-per-view. Evil Uno's being used too much. Stu Grayson's being used too much. Jordan Rock is being slightly overused. There's no storytelling match. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna have to make some adjustments here. Oh boy. What if we shorten this angle to 1 minute? Then this is only a 3-minute angle. Damn it. All right, we're gonna have to shorten this match. Fuck. It's the main event. Oh, well, it worked, actually. Let's see. What if we put it back up to 12? Oh, geez. 11. Slightly overused, we can live with. Kagetsu's being used too much? How? They're in... Oh, because they're in this angle after this match? What? All right, look, we're gonna remove Mia Yim, Kagetsu, and Kaylee Ray from this angle. We're just gonna pretend. We're just gonna pretend that they're still there. They don't magically just disappear after the match is over. But for the sake of not getting penalized, we're going to remove them. We're only going to leave in the core people: Bianca, Hannah, and Trish. Okay. And we still don't have a storytelling match. Oh, and I completely forgot about an angle. Oh my god. This is a wild brawl. This is a steal the show. I don't want the main event already short to be a storytelling match. All right, how about this match? Whatever. This is a very weird go home show, I must say. We booked this one really weird. All right, so I totally forgot about this angle, but thank God I'm remembering. Type. All right, so Walter beats Mike Bailey, but not after a slight struggle. So after the match, Walter he's a bit mad. He's a bit mad that his warm up match was more than he anticipated. So we're gonna have him and Ring Camp go after Mike Bailey. But who else to make the save other than AJ Styles? He's gonna run out there. He's gonna run out there and just swinging a chair wildly, and he's gonna back off all three guys by himself. And yeah, then we're gonna basically have him cut a promo about Walter. Like he's like, Walter, you better take me seriously. You better not be looking past me and thinking that you're just gonna waltz right into the Revolution Rumble and win the whole thing. Because after I'm done with you, you might not even be able to make it to the Rumble. You know, and I'm not gonna just sit by anymore and watch you do what you do to this kid, what you did to Will Ospreay. So yeah, AJ Styles has somehow become the defender of the young guys. You know, he saw Will Ospreay get taken out, and he's like, no, fuck out of here. I'm not gonna let you break Mike Bailey's neck. All right, so now this Dynamite is finally completely booked. This is our go home show. Like I said, it's kind of a weird one. We've got the B Block finals, which should both be good matches. I'm assuming, I hope they both do well. We've got a lot of Dark Order on this show, which might be a weird call, but we're going with it. That's what we're doing. The main event has to be a little short, so we're not overusing those guys, so that may hurt it. But we're ending the show on a 6-minute Cody promo, so I'm hoping that, if anything, I'm hoping that saves the day. So, all right, here we go. Big go-home show for the pay-per-view. I don't know that this is going to be an 87 show like the last one. I'm going to, once again, I'm going to be a little conservative. I'm going to say like an 82. I think this is a good show, just maybe not up to that level. So let's see. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. All right, we're starting off the show pretty hot. Wild Brawl. The Death Riders defeat their rivals, Latin Mafia, pick up some good momentum heading into their anarchy in the arena. Shingo must have broken Ortiz's jaw with the pumping bomber. Jesus Christ, man. That's brutal. That's brutal. But either way, the match is really good. Ortiz outperformed everybody in this match by a lot. That's insane. All right, yeah. So this might rule Ortiz out of the Anarchy in the arena, which really sucks. He's like the third most popular guy in Latin Mafia. But yeah, worst case scenario, I don't know. We'll see. Humberto might have to get in there. Oh god. All right, after the match, big promo. We've got both Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley united against Latin Mafia. The crowd loves it. 90, great promo. All right, and then in this 1 minute angle, we cut backstage and we see Dark Order. We see the Dark Order guys beaten up and on the ground, and standing above them is MJF with his new security guards, Jeff Cobb and Josh Alexander, as well as the old ones, Jonah Rock and Tom Lawler. And yeah, he's sending a message to Brody Lee. All right. Here we have a women's tag team match. Tokyo Cyber Squad, so Hana Kimura and Kaylee Ray are taking on their old rivals, Odeyo Tai, Mia Yim, and Kagetsu. However, the match ends up in disqualification when we have Bianca Belair run in and attack Hana Kimura. So, does Bianca Belair do a bicycle kick kind of move? I could be wrong, but I feel like her and Jade Cargo, but either one or both of them does that move. And I don't remember. I think they both do it. Anyways, she runs in, bicycle kicks Hana Kimura, DQ. She beats her down. Oh wait, no, she's gonna turn in the next segment. All right, and then here in this segment, we've got Bianca Belair beating down Hana Kimura. Trish Stratus basically telling Hana Kimura, how dare you overlook us and not respond to our challenge for the title? You will be defending the title against us at the pay-per-view, Missy. Right, and now we turn her heel. The turn didn't go down particularly well. All right, whatever, game. So what does that mean? Does she lose popularity? Does she lose momentum or something? Let's see. I mean, she's white hot. And her popularity seems fine. It seems like it didn't go down. I don't know. All right, let's just continue. All right, we've got RJ City with the women's tag team champions, bigger in Texas, cutting a promo on their challengers, AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm. Gets a 59. All right. Didn't even affect the tag title storyline. What's going on there? Do we just not have a women's tag title storyline? Well, it's too late now. It's definitely too late now. All right, we've got a Walter promo. Walter declares that in addition to facing AJ Styles at Revolution, he is going to be entering the Revolution Rumble, which he plans on winning. 73. All right, and then next we've got Renee Paquette teleporting to interview the Motor City Machine Guns before their B-Block final match against the Briscoe brothers. Decent promo, 66. All right, not amazing. All right. In this here storytelling match, we've got Walter taking on Mike Bailey. Walter getting the win, but not after a slight struggle from Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey, very agile, very quick, a very fierce competitor, able to give Walter a little bit of trouble, which only serves to upset him. Nope. Oh yeah, we're changing his gimmick from Speedball to Speedball. Adequate. All right. Well, that's good. Okay, we have to make sure we're not using him for any comedy stuff or having him lose to any comedy wrestlers. All right. All right, post-match angle. Not a very good one. We've got AJ Styles making the save for Mike Bailey, who was about to face the wrath of Ring Camp, and AJ Styles cutting a promo. Only a 59. What's going on, guys? This is the Go Home Show. I need you guys to focus up. I need you guys to start delivering, please. 62 promo. Bro, I shouldn't have had Ultraman's Black character development. Damn, I should have just had him as a background player. All right, well, 62 promo. We've got Adam Page meeting up with the Dark Order backstage, agreeing to team up with them for a trios match later tonight. All right, up next, we've got the Briscoe brothers cutting their final promo before taking on Motor City Machine Guns in the B-Block Finals. And that is up next. So let's see who comes out on top. All right, 83 match. The Briscoe brothers defeat the Motor City Machine Guns in a Steal the Show match to win the B block of the All Elite Tag League. They are now going on to Revolution to challenge the Young Bucks in a match that is not only to determine the winner of the Tag League, but also for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Why did Jay Briscoe do 13 points better than Mark Briscoe? That is very interesting. That's very weird. All right, well, at least this match was good. The two promos we used to hype it up both kind of bombed, but yeah, the match was okay. Right, we've got an angry Latin Mafia cutting a promo on their rivals, the Death Riders and Eddie Kingston, before their big meeting at the pay-per-view. Gets 82. All right. All right, and here we have a very important angle. Kenny Omega, desperate to secure a rematch against CM Punk at the pay-per-view, puts his career on the line. And CM Punk, you know, that was an offer he could not refuse. He agrees to the match. It's on. It's well, yeah, Kenny Omega's career is online. I was gonna say like title versus career, but CM Punk doesn't have a championship. This is just CM Punk versus Kenny Omega's career. All right, and our main event actually not doing as bad as I thought it might. Wow. I'm very glad at Hangman Page and MJF for carrying this match. But yeah, MJF, Jonah Rock, and Jeff Cobb score a surprise win over the World Title Challenger and the Dark Order. When Cody Rhodes had what am I trying to say here? He attacked Hangman Page during the match, eliminating him from the picture. And the match got a 77. And then we close out the show. Big angle. Cody Rhodes cuts a long, dramatic promo over a fallen and bloody Adam Page. Essentially saying, like, you know, Adam Page, you should be on my side. We should be standing shoulder to shoulder. We should be standing together. But you chose this. You are the one that made the decisions that lead here. And now, if I have to end your career at Revolution, then that's exactly what I'll do. 86. All right, the show doesn't do too bad. 84 and 84. All right, not quite as good as Collision was, but still a very good show. Oh man, 24 days. That's rough. It says he can work through it, but man, I don't know if I want to book a guy with a broken jaw. But yeah, what is our alternative? We've got Demonic Flamita and we've got Humberto Carrillo. So yeah, those are not great options. We gained popularity in a lot of places. We're above an 80 in Central Europe. close to an 80 in Northern England and Midlands. 81 Southern England, 83 in Kanto. Man, yeah, we need to get out of the States, man. All right, let's see. Right. Ortiz broke his jaw, but still came to us to be like, "Hey, that Mike Bailey guy is pretty good." What a guy, man! What a guy. And speaking of Ortiz, yeah, let's go take a look. So yeah, we've got Andrade, we've got Penta, we've got Garza, we've got Black Taurus. Man, Santana's injured, Ortiz is injured. This stinks, man. Yeah, we might have to go with Demonic Flamita. He's more over than Humberto. Well, all right, Demonic Flamita, you're on the pay-per-view. Congratulations. All right. Oh well, first things first. Let's check on NXT. Only a 77. They consistently book really good main events, but then the show rating still is not all that great. I don't understand what that's about. But you know, we maybe shouldn't question it. We should maybe just accept that that's the way it is. All right, so up next, we're gonna advance to Saturday. Or I don't know if the pay-per-view's on Saturday or Sunday. I should probably check that. But yeah, we're gonna advance to the day of the pay-per-view, and then before the pay-per-view, I'm gonna take my one and only break for this stream. And then yeah, we're finally gonna book Revolution. I'm excited, guys. It feels like it's been months coming. Hey, and I guess while we're on this loading screen, actually, and waiting. Oh, Katsuyori Shibata, hold on. Ooh, he's pretty banged up. I feel like even if we convinced him to come out of retirement, he's too banged up. You know, he's probably not going to be all that good. Yeah, we probably just passed that up. Hey, Lee Moriarty and Thomas Billington are back. Hell yeah, man. Oh, currently unemployed. We have to re-sign them? That's weird. Let's see here. He never really got over in All Japan, but let's see if he actually progressed as a wrestler. So let's see. He gained a little bit of brawling, about 10, 11 points in Purdo. His tech didn't go up that much. So overall, we see it looks like he made some slight improvement. Not as much as I was hoping for. But yeah, whatever. It's better than nothing, I guess. His basics didn't even go up that much. Huh. All right, well, welcome home, Lee Moriarty. Do we need to re-sign them, actually, also? Yeah, it says he's unemployed now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get him back in here. Let's take a look at Thomas Billington, who was also on excursion. I feel like he, for some reason, progressed a lot more. I could be imagining that. Maybe about the same, actually. I don't know. He definitely did improve. His psychology went up about 15 points. Wow, that's really good, actually. He's become more charismatic and more comfortable on the mic. And yeah, see, his basics went up more than Lee Moriarty. I wonder what's up with that. Anyways, we're gonna re-sign him for ROH. All right, welcome home, guys. Okay, so the pay-per-view is in fact on Saturday. I'm glad I looked at that. Let's advance this one last day. All right, and I guess while we're advancing, I can talk about this. I actually went out of my way to watch the CMLL versus AEW show that happened this past Wednesday. Well, I'm not going to talk about every single match on the show, but I will talk about the ones I really liked. Soberano Jr. versus Commander. What a fucking match, man. Unfortunately, it was a match relampago, a lightning match. So that means it was a match of a short time limit. I believe it was like 10 minutes. But yeah, they were really cooking in the short amount of time they had. Like, they were really getting after it. So yeah, I really like that match. I would say basically my one gripe with it is the fact that it wasn't longer. I would love to see those two in like a traditional style, best 2 out of 3 falls. Oh, whoa. Joey Janela retired. Wow. Wow. At 31. Yeah, that's just not something I expected to see there. Wow, he's just immediately retired. That's insane. But anyways, yeah, like I was saying, Soberano Jr. versus Commander. Definitely, if you can afford like the $8 it costs to become a member of the CML YouTube channel, definitely recommend that match. I wish it was a bit longer, but it's still a good match. Also, Bandito versus Barbaro Cavernario. Speak of the devil. Incredible match. Incredible match. Again, this match was also bye Steph Becker. It was also a 1 fall match, which I really wish they would do the best 2 out of 3 fall matches, man. I kind of hate that they don't do them as much anymore. But still, really good match. Worth out your going out of your way to see. All right, with that out of the way, I am going to get up and I am going to take my quick break. And when I come back, it is finally time for us to book Revolution. So if you've been enjoying this, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and do not go anywhere. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. And that means it's finally time for us to book Revolution. While we were, during the break, while we were still off screen, I went ahead and I borrowed Mayu Iwatani. I'm going to need her for a pre-show match. So yeah, that's why her name's on the screen here. And, we've got some morale issues going on here. It's not too many. He's only annoyed. Let's see, how about is annoyed. Davina is annoyed. Alright, so it doesn't seem to be anything major, if anyone, so I think we're just gonna leave this alone for now. If it was like the CMLL save where it seemed like half the roster had an issue, I would probably give everyone a bonus. But I don't think we have to do that right now. I think we're fine. Yeah, the locker room morale is excellent. I think we're okay. All right, so with that being said, AEW Revolution live on pay-per-view. And all right, and I said this pay-per-view is going to be in the Midwest, so that's where we're going. Although, yeah, we could draw a little bit more in the Mid-South, but I don't know. I said it's going to be in the Midwest, and I want it to be in the Midwest. All right, so let's see. We're going to draw to 19,000. So let's see. We can go to Omaha, Nebraska. Go to South Dakota. St. Louis, Missouri. The Wells Fargo Arena in Iowa. For the XL Energy Center in Minnesota. Let's see. Which one of these is the biggest? I guess we're going to South Dakota. Kind of a weird place for a pay-per-view, but hey, South Dakota, you know, shout out to all my South Dakota people. We're going to South Dakota. Shout out to South Dakota. Last minute pay-per-view location. And speaking of last minute, guys, my loyal creative team, I need you to give me your best right now. I need it. Let's go. Likely. All right, that's not your best, guys. Come on. A bit of a gamble. All right, well, we've got like 2 near certainties. We'll be okay. All right, Zack Sabre Jr. and Jeff Cobb getting into a heated argument. Guys, please, tonight is not the night to argue about what are we arguing about? All Japan or New Japan? Come on, guys, please. We've got training. We've got more training. Kimberly created a silly little game. That's good, Kimberly. That's good. Keep everybody nice. Keep everybody's spirits high. AJ Mendez wants to put over Hannah Gamora. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, I'm very happy about that. You love to see that. All right, it's big speech time. Come on. Should I do my Tony Khan voice? Is that funny for anybody except me? Because here at AEW, we're the best wrestle. Oh, it's gonna be AEW Revolution, and because the best wrestle in AEW. All right. All right, pay-per-view time. Let me settle down. Oh, for a second there, I thought the laptop wasn't plugged in. All right, so we've got a monster of a card here, if I say so myself. We've got a ton of matches. I believe 13. I'm not gonna double count them. Yeah, I believe it's 13 matches if we include these 2 pre-show matches. And I've actually got 1 pre-show match in mind that is not even written down here. So we're gonna start with that. We're gonna work our way up the card. All right, this is going to be a pre-show women's match. So we're gonna try and get some people who didn't make the pay-per-view card on here, including Davina Rose. Unfortunately, we got Kaylee Ray. Oh wait, actually no, I need to back out real quick. I was getting ahead of myself. Let me borrow Roxy and let me borrow Sari. We are also going to borrow B. Priestley, Jamie, and or actually, can I see something here? Ooh, sure. We got a 34 in this match. All right, maybe just B. Priestley and Jamie Hayter. I was gonna get Shiori too, but she needs more time to cook. She needs more time in dev. All right, pre-show women's match. We got Davina Rose, Kaylee Ray, Sari, Roxy, and all the way from Stardom, Mayu Iwatani. This is a fucking stack team. They're taking on Mia Yim, Kagetsu. Is Rita Yamashita still injured? I can't remember. Jamie Hayter and B. Priestley. Ironically, Jamie Hayter and B. Priestley, I think both of them are also former Odeyo Tai members, but that's not what we're doing here. I just wanted to get some women from Dev and throw them in this match. Rina Yamashita is injured. Okay. All right then, let's get Konami in there. .5v5, quick entrance. 10 minutes seems kind of long considering this is on the pre-show, but we'll leave it, I guess. All right, so yeah, these are just a bunch of women who unfortunately didn't make the main card. We're gonna have I think a safe play is to just have Davina Rose go over. Here, we'll have her pin Jamie Hayter. All right. Up next, we've got a wrong notepad. I always do that. All right, up next is a relatively important match to the save and for fans of Barbaro Cavernario. It's the international qualifier. So again, for this one, we need to borrow like half the guys in this match from Dev. All right, so let's get Colt Cabano. He's one of the 6-man tag team champions. Let's get Ilya Dragunov. Let's get Kip Sabian and Chris. I can't believe Kip Sabian and Julia broke up, thus ruining my fun little group. I can't believe it, man. We booked Julia and Kip Sabian in an intergender tag team match. Come on, how you guys gonna break up? All right, the international qualifier. What does that mean? We've got 8 guys in this match who may or may not all be from different countries. Well, we've got 2 Mexican representatives here. We've got an American representative. We've got Ilya Dragunov, who I believe is Russian? White Russian, yeah. Kip Sabian, who is English. Chris Ridgway, who is English. Koji Kanemoto, who I forgot to borrow. Shit. We were so close. All right. Let's do this. Anyways, I'm being silly. The theme of the match is that it's a bunch of guys from different countries. Winner of the match faces Kento Miyahara or whoever is the international champion at a later date. So we got Barbaro Cavernario, Volador Jr., Colt Cabana, Ilya Dragunov, Chris Ridgway, not Brooks, Kip Sabian, Koji Iwamoto, and of course, big old Joe Doring. Uh, 18 minutes is way too much time for this. Here, we're gonna... I keep having to do this, man. All right, 8-man scramble, quick entrance. Yeah, we're not even gonna do it elimination style. It's just whoever gets the first fall wins. So look for this to be a kind of chaotic match. All right, drum roll, please. Who's gonna win the match? Who's gonna win the match and go on to face the champion? Barbaro Cavernario. Who? All right, so it's been a long time coming, but he's finally going to get the international championship match that he deserves, but only after winning this match. All right. Now it's time for yet another 5-on-5 match. All right, here we've got the best friends, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Trent Beretta, teaming with the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Right, and they're going to be taking on the Kingdom of Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Beer Money, James Storm, Bobby Roode. I always forget Bobby Roode's name for some reason. And of course, their Suzuki-gun associate, Minoru Suzuki, their fearless leader. So the idea here is kind of to give something to do to some of the guys who were in the tag league who didn't make the finals. Plus we got Orange Cassidy and Suzuki in there, so that's fun. All right, pre-show. We're gonna give this also 10 minutes. We may have to shorten these honestly to 8 minutes each. All right, and we've got some big names here. We got the Merchant Machine Guns in here. We got the former ROH tag champs, the Kingdom in here. I'm thinking I want to give the win to the Rudos. I'm thinking we're gonna have the Kingdom steal another one. So let's give the win to Mike Bennett this time. Could you imagine? Tainted win. And here we're gonna have him pin Chuck. Because now that I think about it, I feel like whenever I book the best friends in a match, I always have Trent take the loss. So you know what? I'm sorry, Chuck. You got to do the job today. We're gonna go ahead and shorten all of these matches. They don't. It's the pre-show. They don't need to be that long. All right, so that's our pre-show. And now it's time to move on to the main card, and we're gonna open that up with, well, let's see. All right, so originally, the idea here was we were probably gonna do like a War Games or Blood and Guts, but oh well, Blood and Guts is only one rank, huh? See, that was the issue I was having, where I was like, if we're gonna do a Royal Rumble, I don't want a second ring there the whole show. It seems a bit excessive. But we could do Blood and Guts. Cause see, I was thinking if we were gonna do Anarchy in the Arena, we would just do a 5-on-5 falls count anywhere. But Blood and Guts sounds a lot more fun. Fuck it, this is a Blood and Guts match. Why not? Just decided, just now. All right, anyways, we got Eddie Kingston, Ray Phoenix, Jon Moxley, Pac, and Shingo on one side. And representing the Latin Mafia, we've got Andrade El Idolo, Black Taurus, Demonic Flamita, Penta El Cielo Miedo, and Garza Jr. Yeah, Demonic Flamita making the pay-per-view. Who could have ever foreseen that coming? Who could have ever seen that happening? But yeah, it sucks. Ortiz had like a fantastic performance throughout the whole tag league. Honestly, he was kind of killing it. He's literally a star for us. Like, he's one of our more popular guys. Gets injured on the go home show. Tragic. But anyways, Blood and Guts. I mean, I think 15 minutes is a good amount of time, right? Oh, we could also do a Stadium Stampede, but that's a cinematic match. What about Street Fight? We're gonna leave it to... Man, I really wanted it to be an Anarchy in the Arena, actually. I feel like Blood and Guts is it's a bit too much to then have them come out and be in the Rumble later on in the night. So yeah, let's see. Can we just make a Anarchy in the Arena match. Save Blood and Guts for another day. Can we do a Falls Count Anywhere stipulation? All right, you know what? Forget it. We're just gonna do Blood and Guts. I'm overthinking this. 15 minutes, Blood and Guts. I want Eddie Kingston to be the one to win the match. I want him to pin Andrade. And as a special treat, we're going to do here. We're gonna have interference. Eddie Kingston is going to be attacked by who's on the match? I guess just Humberto, right? So yeah, Humberto is going to interfere. But then shit. Hold on, guys. Humberto is now in the match. Congratulations, Humberto. And you will understand why in a second when I explain this angle to you. I wanted to do an angle where Demonic Flamita runs into the match and Latin Mafia thinks he's there to help them. But it turns out that it is not Demonic Flamita at all. It's Dragon Lee underneath Demonic Flamita's mask. He pulls off the Demonic Flamita mask and he has the Dragon Lee mask on under it. So yeah, Dragon Lee reappearing after having been gone for months, it seems. Yeah, and he's going to attack Andrade, and that is going to lead to Eddie Kingston getting the win for his team. Oh, when did we get these two finishes? We have two near certainties, so I'm gonna use one on this. It's literally the first match on the card. A safe bet feels risky. I'm doing it. I'm doing a safe bet. We're risking it, man. It's pay-per-view time. It's not the time to play it safe. Runs for 20 to 70. All right, well, let's make it 20 then. Whatever. Also, is this an elimination match? Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was like no eliminations I should be worried about. He's only unhappy. He's not like furious, so I think that's fine. Like you're gonna crack a few eggs if you're trying to make an omelet or something like that. Here, we'll give him a preemptive bonus. How's 100 grand? There you go. He's happy. All right, up next on the card. Ooh, this is a good one. AJ Styles versus Walter 2. The rematch. So these two guys first faced off in the International Championship tournament. The tournament to decide the inaugural champion. And that time, Walter came out on top. Now in this rematch, there's a lot of bad blood here. AJ Styles, he saw his friend Will Ospreay get taken out and permanently injured by Walter. So AJ Styles has a ton of motivation coming in, and it's going to serve him well because AJ Styles is going to get the win. Open match. Do I want to do clean win? Should we do storytelling for this match? No, I just want to let them cook, actually. So yeah, plain match. AJ Styles to get the win. A bit of an upset, to be honest. We're just going to leave it just like this. Keep it simple. 18 minutes. All right, so a huge win for AJ Styles, honestly. All right, continuing up the card, we've got the Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. All right, no special rules here. Straight up tag team match. We've got Trinity and Mickie James, collectively known as Bigger in Texas. Everybody knows that that's their tag team name. Taking on AJ Mendez and Nikki Cross. Two crazy bitches. That's their tag team name. No disrespect. I love women. Respect women. We're going to give them 13 minutes. Should this be our storytelling match? I feel like I'm going to ask this about every match I book. You know what? I think this actually could be a good storytelling match. All right, so let's do it. Storytelling match of the evening. We're going to have Trinity get the win as she continues her rise here in AEW, actually. Because remember, when we signed her from WWE, she wasn't even that popular. And now, here she is in AEW, and she's one half of the tag team champions, you know? I'm tempted to use a finish on this match. You know, I'm not going to do that, actually. I'm just going to leave it. Actually, can we make this a clean win? Nikki Storm's unhappy. There we go. Up next, we've got a one-on-one match. All right, it's time for MJF to face the music as he takes on the man himself, the Exalted One, Mr. Brody Lee. One-on-one. They're gonna go. They're gonna go 8 minutes. You know what? No, actually, they're gonna go 10 minutes. And we're going to have this be a wild brawl to the benefit of Brody Lee. And Brody Lee is going to come out on top. So, in a surprisingly short match, which, to be honest, I would love to make this match even shorter. I would love to book this as like a 6-minute squash, but I feel like it'll get a better rating if we have him go at least 10. So yeah, Brody Lee going to dominate this match, and he's going to get the win. Clean. MJF is extremely unhappy. Oh no. I mean, MJF is a lot more over than him, which it's kind of insane how popular MJF has become in the save, considering that I feel like I don't book him in matches all that often. I feel like a lot of this popularity just has straight up come from his promos. All right, man, look. We're going to talk to him. We're going to talk to him. Look, buddy, please. I just need you to be a team player for once, and I promise you, good things will come to you in the future. All right, man. Whatever, we tried. There you go, Brody Lee going over MJF, 10 minutes. Here, I don't want MJF to be upset with us. We're not even paying him that much. Here, we're gonna give him a $50,000 bonus just to keep him happy. And I'm like sure he's gonna lose some popularity from this match, but I'm really hoping that Brody Lee can get something out of this because, yeah, he could use a little kickstart, you know? He could use something. He could use something. All right, anyways, moving on. Oh, this is a good one. Bryan Danielson, Swerve Strickland Part 2. Let's go. Oh yeah, Bryan Danielson defending the AEW Prime Championship for the second time against Swerve Strickland. Alex Shelley, I love you, but yeah, let's get Arn on this. Let's get an actual road agent. I don't know why. I don't know why the Motor City Machine Guns are both road agents. I want to give him plenty of time. Let's give him like 25 minutes. All right. And Bryan Danielson is going to defend this championship in a highly competitive match. So we're going to have this be an open match. And we're going to do a submission finish. So last time these two faced each other, the story we told was that Swerve Strickland surprised Bryan Danielson and dominated for a large part of the match, and that Bryan Danielson essentially had to survive and was able to score a flash pinfall victory. This time, Bryan Danielson a bit more motivated, maybe taking Swerve a bit more seriously now. He's going to get the submission. He's going to definitively win this one. So yeah, big win for Bryan Danielson here. Also, can I take a look real quick at I forgot to do this before. Swerve. It seems like he gained like 2 or 3 points from winning that tag match. So yeah, not as much as I hoped. And Danielson maybe like lost a point in a couple of regions. All right, so that's fine. Anyways, yeah, Danielson is going to retain. Up next, we've got a lot of rematches on this card, I've noticed. Anyways, up next, the Women's Championship is on the line. Our everybody's favorite AEW Women's Champion, Hana Kimura, is defending against the challenger, Bianca Belair. These two previously met on December 2nd, on the December 2nd edition of Dynamite. They met in a one-on-one number 1 contenders match. Hana Kimura won the match and went on to win the championship from Awesome Kong. But now Bianca Belair, she's here. She's got a whole new attitude. She's got Trish Stratus on her side. I forgot to do a chemistry test to see if they are a good pairing. But I guess we're about to find out, right? It's too late for test. We commit. All right, yeah, Bianca Belair, once again a heel, now managed by Trish Stratus. New attitude, new manager. She's coming for the belt. All right. And of course, I love Hana Kimura. You know, we've put all this time into building her up and her gaining popularity. We put the Women's Championship on her. All that said, I think Bianca Belair deserves a run with the title. I really do. We brought her in, and she was really popular. She had some great matches for us. But yeah, then we've had her challenge for the championship on many occasions, and we keep having her lose. So if she loses again, then she's just a loser. She needs to eventually win the belt. So that's why this is happening. Bianca Belair is going to get the win, not without a little help from from her manager for status. And hopefully what is a great match. And I do want to use a finish here. Let's go for safe bet. We definitely need to apply that Bryan Danielson creative finish. Yeah, I don't even remember when we got that, but yes, I will gladly use that. All right, let's continue. Up next, the International Championship is on the line and what could potentially be a show-stealing match. Kento Miyahara takes on his own tag team partner, Dr. Wagner Tercero, aka El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. You know, I usually give Kento Miyahara longer matches, but I don't think we've booked a steal the show match on this card, and I feel like if we do it with these two, they'll probably tear that shit up. So yeah, I think that might be what we're doing. Yeah, 15 minutes, steal the show. And yeah, unfortunately, for Wagner fans, we're gonna have Kento Miyahara retain the championship against his good friend in a competitive match. Oh, whoops. We'll come back to that. Let's go ahead and borrow our title. All right. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the notepad. Up next, Tag League Finals. I didn't write it in, but we know what the match is. All right, we've got the A block winners, the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, taking on the B block winners, Jay and Mark Briscoe. The saga continues. Shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan. All right, so this is the All Elite Tag League Finals, and the World Tag Team Championships are on the line. We've got the Young Bucks taking on the Briscoe Brothers. I'm gonna give this plenty of time, 20 minutes. The last time these two teams faced each other, it was an inconclusive result. FTR interfered, caused a double disqualification. This time, well, hopefully, no, there's no interference. And so we're gonna have a clean winner. And that winner is going to be the Briscoe Brothers. Finally, I feel like the Young Bucks have been the tag champs in this save for like more than 50% of the fucking time that it's been happening. So yeah, it's time for the Briscoe Brothers to step up, take their chance. And I mean, the Briscoes have been here for a while too. It's not like they just got here. Yeah, we're gonna use a near certainty on this. So yeah, hopefully these two teams cook, and this is an amazing match. New tag champs. Let's go. You know, I was considering just making this a 15-minute steal the show and making the international title match longer. But, you know, I don't know. I just feel like it's the finals of this big tournament. It should definitely go longer than 15, right? Right? They were going to 20-minute time limit draws on Dynamite, right? Once again, I opened the wrong notepad. I believe it is time. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Before the Revolution Rumble, we've got one more singles match. You know him, you love him, the great CM Punk taking on Kenny Omega for the second time here in AEW in a one-on-one match. The last time these guys faced each other, we had can I check actually? Yes, they faced off on Collision, as a matter of fact, and we had CM Punk get the win. I can't go back and see how long the match was. Okay. But then, yeah, the second time they faced each other was January 4th. We had the Elite defeat CM Punk and FTR in a trios match. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I actually completely forgot we booked that. But then, yeah, recently we saw CM Punk and Swerve Strickland get the win over Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega in a tag match. So these guys have been going back and forth. But one-on-one, CM Punk, he's up one. Kenny Omega is at 0. So yes, their second one-on-one meeting. I'm thinking here, and I know CM Punk is not going to like this. I think Kenny Omega needs to win. It would be insane to have CM Punk just come in and beat Kenny Omega twice in singles matches. I think Kenny Omega needs to at least win one. So yeah, we're going to book Kenny Omega to win. CM Punk is probably going to be furious. But that's what we're doing. All right, we're going to go with a... Yeah, we're going to go with the safe bet. I'm just trusting that all these safe bets are gonna hit, man. This is so scary. This is so scary. I feel like we're risking so much here. You know, let's give him even 25, a little more. Oh, well, you know what? Unhappy is not that bad. I truly expected him to be furious. I thought I was gonna have to give him like $1 million. But if he's only unhappy, you know, fuck him then. All right, there you go. CM Punk, Kenny Omega. Humberto's being used far too much. Shit. Oh, and Todd Sinclair doing too much refereeing. All right, let's get him out of some of these matches. Still too much? He still has too much, man. All right, so that fixed the Todd Sinclair note. What are we gonna do about Humberto, man? All right, how about this? Hear me out, guys. We put Demonic Flamita in the match, right? We put him in the match anyways. But then we say that Dragon Lee still comes out in demonic Flamita gear. So thus causing confusion. You know, he can do the thing where he's pointing at demonic Flamita like, oh, like he's the fake, you hit him. And demonic Flamita's like, no, he's the fake, hit him. I don't know, man. Whatever. Dragon Lee is interfering. Demonic Flamita's in. Humberto, you had your chance. All right, now I think this is just people being unhappy and the Revolution Rumble not being added. Okay. All right, Revolution Rumble time. I did not borrow El Phantasmo, but that is okay. He's not that important. This is a 55. This is a 60-minute match. What are we doing? Awesome Gong is gonna rotate this whole thing. Here, let's let the world champion do it. Let's let Cody do it. Do I want to keep this final four? I'm tempted. I think I want to change it up a little, actually. I think I want to do this. I think we're gonna have Eddie Kingston be the final elimination. Andrade before that. AJ Styles. Okay. And that means that John Moxley and Kento Miyahara, who are also in this, are just going to be eliminated at some other point in the match. Who knows? I mean, you know what? Here. We'll have John Moxley be in the final four. So it's 3 guys who are all in the same feud and Walter. And then Walter's going to win. All right, I'm definitely not using a finish on the Rumble. I feel like that's silly. We're just going to leave it be. Andrade's also unhappy that he's not winning this. Come on, dude. You're the second to last elimination. Please, my guy. Please. John Moxley is very unhappy. What? Dude, it's a Rumble. It's a Rumble. Please. MJF is a... Fuck. Alright, there you go. Alright, let's see. Is it gonna say that everybody's being overused now? No, it's just a lot of people unhappy. Okay. And Paul Turner is being used too much now. Oh wait, this is not Paul Turner. This is Todd Sinclair. What am I doing? We may want to prevent this in the future, we may want to look into getting like at least one more ref. Who's the one being overused? Paul Turner? Alright, where is he? Where is he? I'm not seeing him. Where is he? Like, I'm seriously not seeing him in any of these matches. Alright, here's one. Rick Knox is so bad, I don't know why he works here. We should get rid of him. All right, this is a really long show, 250 minutes plus the pre-show, which is what, 12. That's 36 minutes. This be a too long show. Like, the crowd may turn on us, I think, at some point. I think this is too long of a show, and we haven't even booked the main event. Let's go ahead and drop the main event. And then we'll address the situation. All right, Cody Rhodes, Adam Page, world title match, and all roads lead here. We don't need to overdo it. 22 minutes is fine. AEW World Championship on the line. I want Aubrey Edwards in there. And I want Arn on this. I don't know why. I don't know why it matters, but I want Arn on this. Making sure the title's actually on the line. And hallelujah! Adam Page is going to win the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Clean win. We're going to use a near certainty. We're going to do a botched interference. Oh, and I haven't even booked a single promo on this show. Man, this show is way too long. We're about to get like a 60 because the show's too long. This is bad, actually. Yeah, we've gone over our time limit. That's insane. That's insane. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. All right, blood and guts, quick. We're gonna do 5 minutes non-wrestling, maximum time 15. So this is going to be a shorter version. All right, we're going to bring this down to 15 minutes. All right, we're still over. Seriously? AJ Styles and Walter are going 18 minutes. Let's go 16. Smash is going 13. Let's go 10. That's really short for a title match. Oh yeah, these guys are having the Wild Brawl, right? This match can go 16, I guess. Man, this sucks. This is like we have to shorten everything. I mean, runs 45 to 75. What if we bring this down to like? What if we just do 45? Whatever. Or we're still only slightly under our allotted time. This is kind of insane, actually. We overbooked the shit out of this show, man. And there's not a single promo on here. That's the issue. The crowd's gonna get burnt out. It's too much wrestling. How did this suddenly become the main event? All right, the game lagged a little. That's never really happened to me before. I'm concerned. All right. All right. I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. Let's book some promos. All right, this is going to be Adam Page's big promo right before the main event. So it's Adam Page and Renee Paquette. He's focused on Cody. He's focused on the world title match. Do we have a usable angle idea? Adam Page, he's pretty good. Man, I wish we had one. He's pretty good on promos, but he's not as good as Cody. But I really would like for the challenger to cut a promo before the main event. All right, backstage angle. We're gonna give this 4 minutes. Storyline development. So this is gonna be an angle where we're gonna have Cody backstage talking to MJF. And essentially, MJF is, he's upset that he lost the his match to Brody Lee. And well, see, should this come after the Rumble? Yeah, I think we're gonna do this after the Rumble. So he lost his match to Brody Lee, joined the Rumble to try to win that, and then lost. So he's gonna come groveling back to Cody Rhodes, like, don't worry, don't even worry about Adam Page. We're gonna take him out. And Cody Rhodes is just like, look, you've done enough tonight. You've done more than enough tonight. You've embarrassed me. You've let me down. All I need from you now is for you to sit your ass back here in this locker room and don't even bother coming out there tonight. So yeah, things are getting a little testy in the champion's locker room before the match. And who else? Tom Lawler. All right, this show is still way too long. I'm actually so concerned. I'm trying to put promos in between things to. Oh, actually, you know what? Here, we'll have this be before the Rumble, and then MJF comes out in the Rumble, and the commentators can be like, "Oh, Cody told him to stay in the back, but it looks like he's going against his orders and going into business for himself." Just to break things up between the CM Punk Kenny Omega match and the Rumble. Okay, we need to do. Let's do a. I never do this. Can we do a hype video? For the Tag League finals. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, subject the video. Also, let's make sure to do this. All right, the B block is hotter, so we're gonna. All right, here we're gonna end the A block storyline, and we're gonna take everybody out of this storyline except for the Briscoes, and we're gonna add the Young Bucks to it. Okay, let's get Nick and Matt Jackson in here. And we're gonna rename this tag title storyline. There we go. I'm still so scared that this show is way too long, but maybe can we fit in? 'Cause yeah, this is just matches. Like this is just straight matches. Uh, don't know if we're overusing MJF, but I'm gonna give him a promo before the match. So he's gonna get his own promo before he faces Brody Lee. And who's the other one? Oh, Josh Alexander. All right, so even though he's clearly afraid of Brody Lee, he's gonna cut a promo, kind of trying to mock him and make fun of him to act as though he's not afraid of him. All right, we're at 258 minutes, which seems insane. I'm so incredibly afraid that this show is gonna get heavily penalized and do terrible. But we've got to run it. It's too late. We can't go cutting matches now. This is the show we booked. Everyone's unhappy. Aubrey Evers has too much work to do. I was thinking about doing like an angle with the Fatus and FTR. But yeah, there's too much on this show already. Yeah, all the referees are overworked. Let me see, if I switch this to Paul Turner, is he now being overused? No, okay. All right, and did I forget anything important? Like, do I have any leftover creative finishes? Let's see. We used the Bryan Danielson one. Cody's not winning his match. We used a safe bet. We used this one. This. And we have one safe bet left. All right, what do we want to use that on then? There's already one on this. Let's use one for this. Fuck it. I don't think these guys need a creative finish, but it can't hurt. Well, it can't hurt if it fails, but let's not think about that. All right, so here is our big show, Revolution, and by big show I mean it's a big show. We may have booked too many matches, just too much wrestling, true to real life. AEW pay-per-views, they're not a sprint, they're a marathon. So yeah, let's finally get on with this thing, and yeah, let's see our results. It's been a long time coming. I would love if this pay-per-view scores at least in the 90s. Like, I would love if we could get a 90 or above. But yeah, I'm genuinely fearful that we have booked a too long show. So I'm gonna guess that this show bombs and we're gonna get like a 75. All right, let's go. All right. Opening up the night on the pre-show, we've got 10-woman tag team action. The babyface team of Davina Rose, Kaylee Ray, Suri, Roxy, and Mayu Iwatani pick up a win over Mia Yim, Kagetsu, Konami, Jamie Hayter, and B Priestley. What a match. It gets a 67. Good stuff. Sari and Mayu Iwatani both outperforming Davina Rose. Would you look at that? Even Kagetsu and Mia Yim doing really good. All right, everybody fired up for the pay-per-view. Let's go. All right, up next, the most important match of the night, the International Qualifier. Got 8 men all vying for a shot at the International Championship, and Barbaro Cavernario is going to come out on top, submitting Koji Iwamoto. Barbaro Cavernario got a 70 in this match, which isn't terrible, but fucking Colt Cabana, man, 86. Jesus, man. Colt Cabana, I need to figure out a way to get him onto the main roster. He's too good. He's too good to be in dev. I would argue that he's too good in the mod in general, but hey, man, it's TEW, right? That's just the way this game is. All right, moving on. All right, we've got yet another 10-person tag team match. This time it's the men. We've got the Best Friends teaming up with the Motor City Machine Guns, take on the Kingdom and Suzuki-gun. And unfortunately for our heroes here, we're gonna have the heels go over when Mike Bennett pinned Chuck Taylor using underhanded tactics in a match that got a 70. These are some strong pre-show matches, I must say. So yeah, high hopes for the pay-per-view. Ooh, and starting things off with a killer match. Blood and guts. 15 minutes of pure mayhem. We've got Eddie Kingston, Ray Phoenix, Jon Moxley, Pac, and Shingo scoring a big win over Latin Mafia. When we saw Dragon Lee returning and fooling and costing Latin Mafia the win. So yeah, big win for our baby faces and Death Riders here. Jon Moxley got a 93 in this match. Jesus Christ. Yeah, great stuff. I'm happy that this only being 15 minutes didn't kill it. All right, after that, we go straight into another match. AJ Styles taking on Walter in a rematch of their International Championship Tournament match. And AJ Styles gets the win with a Super Styles Clash. Holy shit. In a match that got an 84. Walter definitely carried AJ here. He definitely carried this match. But fret not, Walter fans. He's got good things coming his way later on. All right, up next, Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. Bigger in Texas, the team of Trinity and Mickie James successfully defend their belts against AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm, the former champion, in a match against an 80. So not exactly setting the world on fire here, but a title defense nonetheless. So yeah, congratulations to the champion. All right, taking a quick break from the action, we go backstage and we get a promo from a very cocky MJF, who he claims to not be afraid of Brody Lee. The evidence seems to say otherwise, but if that's what he says, that's what he says. Let's get on to the match. All right, pretty good match, decent wild brawl. Brody Lee defeating MJF in just over 10 minutes. Match gets a 73. Well, you know what? When we were trying to book Brody Lee before, I feel like we couldn't even achieve a match like this above a 70. So I'm not gonna say this is a failure. Maybe it's not as good as we were hoping for, but it's a start. It's a start for Brody Lee. Hopefully let's see, did he gain popularity? Oh yeah, look at that. He jumped up from, I believe he was at 58. He jumped all the way up to 64. All right, yeah. So there you go. Good for Brody Lee. I'm sorry, MJF. I'm sure his popularity took a little hit. Not that much. But yeah, MJF only 24 years old. He'll definitely get back up. All right, up next, the Prime Championship is on the line. Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland. Wow. In a bout that had superb wrestling, Bryan Danielson defeated Swerve Strickland 22 minutes, 44 seconds with cattle mutilation in a match that got a 99. Holy shit. Yeah, what more can I say? I could not have asked for this match to go better. So yeah, incredible stuff here from these two. I like genuinely wasn't expecting this from this match. So yeah, great stuff. Swerve Strickland right up there with Bryan Danielson. His time is coming very soon. Very soon. All right, after that, we go into another great match. The Women's Championship is on the line, and Hana Kimura is trying to defend against Bianca Belair, but unfortunately, why am I talking so fast? Bianca Belair gets the win. After Trish Stratus interferes, Bianca Belair wins the AEW Championship for the first time in a match that gets an 85. Yet another creative finish successful. I'm glad this has been going well so far. Yeah, both Hannah and both Bianca did well in this match. And look at that, we didn't get a bad chemistry penalty for Bianca and Trish. So everything just kind of worked out here. I'm really pleased with this one. All right, let's continue. So far, this has been an incredible show. All right, International Championship up for grabs. Kento Miyahara successfully defending against his tag team partner, Wagner Dosetto, in a match that got an 85. So maybe not the best of Kento Miyahara here. The game saying he was a little bit off his game. But even in off his game, Kento Miyahara, he's still Kento Miyahara. He's still one of the best wrestlers in the world. So yeah, great match from these two. Also, yeah, hopefully this can help Dr. Wagner get over the hump, so to speak. I feel like for a while his ratings in matches were kind of stuck like in the high 60s range. So yeah, seeing him get an 84, I'm very happy about that. Hopefully he can start doing this more often. That would be nice. All right, we get a 3-minute video package hyping up this tag league finals. I wonder what music they use. You think they went old school? Maybe a little Limp Bizkit My Way. I imagine that would be the Young Bucks jam. I imagine they'd be into that if they were editing the video. Or I don't know, maybe we do like Leonard Skinner Freebird for the Briscoes. Anyways, this video got a 64. Tag League Finals, let's see it. A 91. Wow, a 91 seems to be our magic number when it comes to these tag matches, because I'm pretty sure the Usos and FTR got a 91 before. And I feel like there's another instance of this. But anyways, that's besides the point. The Briscoe brothers defeat the Young Bucks. 20 minutes. Not only to win the All Elite Tag League, but also to become the new AEW World Tag Team Champions. So shout out to the Briscoe brothers. They were outperformed in this match by the Young Bucks. But yeah, we're just going to ignore that and say great tournament. Successful finish. So yeah, maybe my worries for this show are unfounded, but let's continue and see if that's the case. Holy, the hot streak just keeps going. In an exceptional match, Kenny Omega defeats CM Punk, saving his career. And the match got a 93. And again, yet another successful creative finish. I'm getting a little worried for the main event. I can't lie. I can't lie to you guys. But yeah, this match had everything. The wrestling was good. The crowd was into it. And yeah, Kenny Omega saving his career and getting that all important win over the would-be best in the world, CM Punk. All right, let's move on because up next is the Revolution Rumble. Oh wait, no, sorry. This isn't the Revolution Rumble. This is a backstage promo from Cody Rhodes. So you imagine the champion would be focused heading into his world title match, but no, he's upset. He's mad. He's mad at MJF. He can't believe that MJF embarrassed him and lost to Brody Lee. So yeah, tension between these business associates here. All right, I believe now is the Revolution Rumble. So let's see how this goes. All right, 83 match Revolution Rumble. Not terrible. And yeah, you see here, Walter is your big winner, eliminating Eddie Kingston as the final elimination. Let's see here. We also got Fergal Devitt made it very far. Sting made it far. We've got Penta, Jimmy Jacobs, AJ Styles was in there for a while. MJF, not too far down. So yeah, maybe not the barn burner match that all the matches on the show have been so far, but a very important result nonetheless. Walter is your Revolution Rumble winner, and he has a future title shot coming up. But who will he be facing? We need to find out. Ooh, all right. Adam Page promo before the main event gets a 72. All right, I'm hoping this isn't a bad omen of things to come, because up next is the main event. It's the big one. The world title is on the line. Cody Rhodes, Adam Page. I've been yelling for 3.5 hours. Let's see what happens. All right, and in a 95 match, Adam Page defeats Cody Rhodes with the Deadeye to win the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Wow, all of our creative finishes hit. That's amazing. That's amazing. We also had really good luck on the last episode of the CMLL stream where we also ran a pay-per-view. So yeah, in general, very lucky weekend here on the channel for our TEW streams. Yeah, round of applause, everybody. Successful pay-per-view. How successful? Let's see. 100, we fucking did it. Let's go. I also think the last Revolution got 100. So yeah, Revolution quickly becoming our biggest show of the year, and we held it in where were we again? What was it, like North Dakota or something? Huh, interesting. Anyways, 100 pay-per-view. Yeah, I truly thought that we had booked way too much, but no, it turns out we booked exactly enough. Yeah, the main event 95, Kenny Omega, CM Punk 93, Bucks versus Briscoes 91, 99 Bryan Danielson Swerve Strickland match. Just what a pay-per-view, man. What a pay-per-view. Incredible. Gonna pat myself on the back here. I'm proud of myself. All right, so who gets the all-important shout-outs? Well, I mean, Adam Page won the World Championship, and it looks like we haven't given him a shout-out in a while, or ever, maybe? So we're going to give Adam Page one first. And we're going to thank Cody for his good work putting over the champion. Praise for great performance. We are also going to point out CM Punk as a good example for being a good brother and putting over Kenny Omega. Thank you, Punk. I can't believe I'm saying those words. And yeah, Bryan Danielson. What a fucking performance, dude. What a match. And Swerve Strickland, sorry, if there was 5 slots, he'd be in here too. All right, we made $3 million. Sheesh. We went up just about everywhere except for Quebec, Tasmania, and Eastern Central Europe. All right, so those 3 places are dead to me, but everywhere else we're partying, baby. We're celebrating. All right, and now before we finally can get out of here, it's scrum time. All right, how are you intending to use your new signing, Jeff Cobb? Jeff Cobb, we brought him in because he's big and we needed somebody to stand behind Cody Rhodes and MJF and look intimidating. But he is a very talented wrestler in his own right. So, you know, the future, it remains to be seen what he can do. There's no free rides in AEW. Oh, it didn't go down from well. All right, that's fine. Adam Page won the World Championship tonight. Does this mean you'll be getting behind him strongly over the coming weeks and months? I'm gonna be diplomatic about this and say he deserves the opportunity to run as champion. In my mind, I would like to say we're gonna get behind them with a big push, but I don't want to upset any of our top guys. You know, I don't want to upset Moxley. I don't want to upset Walter. So yeah, we're gonna play it safe. All right, the Briscoe brothers won the AEW World Tag Team Championships tonight. Is a long run in the cards. Again, we're gonna be diplomatic about this. Our tag team division is stacked, so who knows? You know, maybe we've got the Motor City Machine Guns, we've got the Kingdom, we've got FCR. I'm sure the Young Bucks are gonna be chomping at the bit to get back into title contention. It could go a lot of ways. You know, it's gonna be hard for the Briscoe brothers, but you know, I've got faith in them. All right, my apologies for the untimely interruption. Let's continue the scrum. All right, you recently signed Josh Alexander. What plans do you have for him? I'm just gonna say we're gonna play it by ear. I did the work the ladder up one for or work their way up the ladder for Jeff Cobb, and Jeff Cobb didn't like that, so we're gonna play it safe. All right, good. Ooh, a recent vote had Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson as a tag team of the year. Is that a choice you would have made? This is the tough one. I feel like if I say they're the best duo in the world right now, all the other tag teams might get upset. If I say I agree with the choice 100%, other tag teams might get upset. But then the other 2 choices feel, well, this bottom one just seems like I'm anti-Young Bucks. And I don't really have any interest in awards given out by random websites. Just feels a bit too mean-spirited for Tony Khan. I'm gonna say I agree. Fuck it. It was a vote, right? Okay, good. Nobody was mad about it. Good. How concerned are you by the off night that Ricky Starks had? Look, man, he was the first person eliminated in the Rumble. I think it's okay. I think it's okay that when he got thrown out of the ring, he landed directly on his head. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. All right, so that's going to do it for the scrum. All right, so that was AEW Revolution. The show was an absolute success. We're going to look at it one more time. The show, we got a 100. So this is our second 100 show in the save, I believe, with the first being last year's Revolution. So this might become a yearly tradition, honestly, just to get 100 at Revolution. I wouldn't mind that. I think I said Collision a second ago. I've been streaming for too long, man. But yeah, we built up this pay-per-view forever and it fucking paid off. Big Trouble in Little Tenryu. That feels, I'm just gonna ignore that actually, never mind. Barbaro Cavernario gone from AEW, but not for long. Mayu Itani going back to Japan. Rey Mysterio, Volador. 10 million people watched Revolution. Sheesh. AJ Mendez telling us Han Kimura is going to be a star. She's already a star, man. Kenny Omega putting over Ray Phoenix. Ultramantis Black putting over Darby Allin. Okay. All right, all positive notes there. So yeah, this was a great stream. It was a very long one. It was a super sized pay-per-view edition of the stream. Very successful. Yeah, if you watched all this, first of all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the series and the channel. I couldn't do it without you. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. So please, if you enjoyed this, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. And you can catch me on Twitch at AEW. Yeah, let's take a before I leave here. Our next pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, is in 90 days. So yeah, that's a very long time from now in game time. I'm gonna have a lot of booking to do. I'm gonna have to come up with new feuds, new matches, maybe hire some new guys. But it's gonna be fun. So I hope you guys stick with me. I hope you guys stick with the series. And yeah, I hope to see you guys around. That's gonna do it for this episode. Yeah, all that's left to say is take it easy. All right.